nice. You know what I mean? It's a big thing. You know, when I was at that dialysis center, like, these people coming right out of their chairs, hopping in their cars, doing like DoorDash, Uber, everything left and right. You know, all day long. Like immediately, right out of the chair. You know, going to make $1 because they were the breadwinners in the house. You know, and you get sick, that money goes away. And they count.
All right.
It is, and you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, how do you fix it? I mean, thank God for the National Kidney Foundation. They're good with grants.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and God bless them. They help a lot of people, you know, and to reach out to them is like, I'll put a link either the top or bottom to them, but like, they help a lot. You know, they help me with a grant, you know.
I'm going to look into that too.
You know, it is just, it's like, I get a grant now because New Jersey, they pay your medical part that comes out of your Social Security. I don't see Social Security anymore, but they still pay it. But it's a big grant that helps. It's like $200-300 extra a month for you in your pocket. You know, because that's like another session we're going to get into. It's just, you know, like how do you live on what you get? You know,
Oh yeah, that's a good one, yeah.
There's got to be like, you know, I'm going to do a lot of research into that. It's like, you know, people, they can look to go find help, you know, financially, you know, because you still got to buy a house.
Yeah.
You know, you still got to pay rent, you got to have food.
Especially people who don't live in nursing homes, like,
Yeah.
they have to have the means to survival. Because we know a couple people in our dialysis center that are struggling, and because they live alone.
A lot of them are. It's a very lonely disease.
It is.
You know, and I see a lot of people lost.
But we want to come together as a whole and let people know that we are not alone.
Yeah, that's the key. That's the big thing to this. It's like hopefully one day we can get a group going, like, and then it can grow. It's like I'm pretty sure, like, even we'll start small at the Monmouth County Center.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's why we wanted, even still to this day, drop your zip codes, please, in the email, either above or below. Above, right?
Yeah. You know, I'm in Kingsburg, New Jersey. I live in my zip code is 07734.
And I'm in Long Branch, New Jersey, 07740.
And you know, get people to drop information. Like, that's what you put together. Trust me, we're not going to. I said, you take my credit, it ain't there. You don't have to worry about that, you know. But it's like, I think building a group together or support group would be huge, you know. Because it's got to be better than going to a dialysis center or going to a doctor's appointment.
And it's good to feel like we're not alone, because we aren't. Even though this is a lonely disease, we if we come together, we can make it whole and known.
If we come together, we're not alone anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a key
We
thing.
stand as a whole, one whole.
Yeah, there's like a video that, I don't know if I sent it to you, but like the one guy made a great song about it. But it was
Oh no,
just
you
a song.
showed me it.
But
You
all
showed
the
me
people in the
song.
background, they're
Yeah.
all Kenny. I was like, wow, we can do stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And maybe have our own walks for like, raise money for people to just.
Like a
get on.
CKD walk, you know what I mean?
You know, I'm sure there's people out there who walk in it.
Even have like stands where we could rest and fuel up, you know, eat a snack.
Yeah. You know, they could go along the way. That stuff we're like, I definitely plan on trying to put together.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, but right now the key is to get the group together and get people coming together on it. You know, like I was even thinking about it at the dialysis center. Like asking anybody around here that's up to it. You know, like these guys want to just meet up somewhere. Start small and then eventually grow.
Yeah, even like have like coffee or
So you
something.
go somewhere for coffee, like a
Yeah.
coffee shop we can meet at, or a restaurant, or like a little deli or something. And you start small, and the word gets out. Oh look, you know, Anne-Marie, Tim, Bob, Joe, we're here every
Right,
day.
right,
You know
right.
what I mean? And it's kind of where like working out, they're doing pretty good. You know, because then there's things like I can help people like my age, and like, you can help me go through the same thing.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean? Because there's a lot of young people going through this, and a lot of the videos I see on Facebook, a lot of these, all you hear is like, I'm alone, there's nobody here,
Right.
I'm by myself. We can change that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we want to do.
You know, that's the key to us really starting this. So you have a support group, just like it can grow into like what NA and AA is, where they help each other. You know, that's
And we know how successful AA and MA
Oh, yeah.
meetings are.
yeah. You know, recovery is a very, very, very big part of my life.
Mine as well.
That changed.
And we'll be speaking about that in the podcast as well.
Yeah, you know, because I'd be honest with you, I probably wouldn't have made it this far if it wasn't for my recovery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, I could picture going through this while I was in the middle of my music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have made it 6 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just know I wouldn't have made it. You know what I mean?
I did, but I was running in the hospital every other fucking week.
Yeah.
So, technically I wasn't living.
No. One of the greatest things I ever did is when I got clean. You know, that just brought so much good in my life. You know, and then my wife Heather. You know, eventually had my daughter Emily. Which Emily, congratulations on graduating this year.
Yes,
You
Emily,
graduated in 7th
congrats.
grade. You were doing so good. I'm so proud of you. You're growing into a beautiful woman. And you know, enjoy everything. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy your summer. Enjoy cheer camp and all that. Sorry, I went off a little track, but I just wanted to let you
I was just
know.
going to shoot him.
Yeah, like
Oh.
professional cheer camp.
Cool.
Like she wanted to do some kind of a tryout for it, and they accepted her for Chelsea.
Oh wow,
Chelsea's
that's
gonna be
awesome.
the flyer, the one I guess you throw up.
Yeah.
And Emily's gonna do something like in the front of it.
Okay.
The 8 of it. But she's very excited about it.
That's so cool. That's fun.
You know, I push to her a lot is to do like, you know, after school activities, you know, to stay busy.
She's always running around.
Yeah. Like, I'd rather see her doing that than like, you know, sitting in the room, you know, and like she's very smart, like technical, a lot of phones. And that's the other thing, like I used to have a lot of arguments with parents about like phones. I think phones in their hands now, like that's their future.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? It's like if somebody were told me
That's
that,
everybody's future
yeah,
now.
You know, it's like they used to say you're never gonna have a calculator in your hands all the time. What's in our hands all the time?
A phone.
Yeah. What's on that phone? A calculator. You know, it just to me, it's like I think that's their future. You know, and,
That's how everybody makes money nowadays, too. It's phones.
Some of these kids are
Internet,
smart.
success, everything.
so like because
And we are looking into getting merchandise. I know you guys have been asking.
yes,
We have somebody drawing up shirts right now for us, but if not, he's going through his own stuff as well right now, so we might do a temporary one right now. And also, I had thought about making legitimate Dialysis Diaries. And it'll have PDF platforms like doctor's appointments, if you have goals for the week. And I'm gonna write a list of things of what I want in the dialysis diary.
yeah,
So,
sure, if they could think anything.
yeah, and if you can think of anything, please let me know, like certain files you would want in the dialysis diary notebook, so.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah,
I think
so,
that's-
and that'll be coming in the future too, just to give you guys a little preview.
Yeah. See, that's the other thing with this too, is like, you know, with the merch, there's a lot of stuff that we can be creative with, which Anne Marie's got way above with. You know, as
Yeah.
far as like the diaries, the cups, you know, design on the shirts, you know, stuff like that. It's like there's a lot of creative stuff that's going to be coming.
Yeah, because once I get my kidney transplant, I keep having to say when, because that's what my boyfriend tells me. He's like, not saying if, Emery, say when. And he's right. So when I get my kidney transplant, I know I'm going to need time to recover. I want to start making like the mica cups and stuff that people on TikTok are doing. So I think that'll be a fun thing too. So
And like another thing too is like, if you can in the comments, you know, what was your journey through towards to the recovery from transplant? Like, what was the process that you went through? What was your journey on it?
yeah,
You know, that's
I would
something-
like to know
Because
about
I'm
that.
hearing so many different versions from so many different
Right.
places, like, you know, I'd
I
rather
mean,
hear-
granted, everybody's body's different.
Yeah.
So
I would like to hear, like, what was your plan? You know, how did you guys set it up? You guys
even
just-
if you were pro transplant or con transplant,
Yeah. 'Cause that's-
and
yeah,
we
that-
want everybody's input about that.
That's what I noticed too a lot, is a lot of people are not anti-transplant, but a lot of people learned with the chair in their life. They learned how to live on a chair.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I didn't think there would be that too many people, but there really is. They can make it work. You know, like for some reason they don't want to go through the transplant, whether it's, you know, rules you go through, the rejection rate, or just don't want to go through another major surgery.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or just, you know what, I'll deal with this for now, you know. The good thing about that though is still from the day you start dialysis, you're accruing time on that list. No matter what time, say it takes you 10 years to get on a list,
Right.
you're going on a list 10 years later, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like you tell you're starting day one, you get 10 years, which is good. I mean, that's a blessing to a lot of people. Because I've seen people that have, like, did that after 10 years, like, what, screw it, I'm going to transplant this, and they get a call within a month.
Oh, wow.
Well, actually hasn't been a lot, 10 years or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, that built it on a lot, but I would love to hear if anybody's journey on that, too, like, in the comments, you can write, or send us a video just saying, like, how'd you go, how'd you make it through it? Because there's a lot of stuff behind it. I mean, we're talking about, like, you could have 6 months worth of meals, you can't go out or see anybody, touch anybody for like 2 or 3 months. There's just a lot to it. Like even like basically took a certain kind of steroid for anti-rejection pills, and a lot of people don't like.
Oh, wow.
Because that steroid just pulls weight on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You really do gain. I see. You gain a lot of your weight back. When you get to the kidney and the pancreas.
Right.
Speaking of that, like Jay Schillinger, I know you're out there. We're gonna get you on the podcast soon.
We definitely are, because I know you've been watching everything, so.
Yes. And I told Anne Marie that you went through the kidney transplant as well as the pancreas on there. So you basically cured your diabetes.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
And we definitely want to get your input on it.
Yeah. He went through it all. Like, he's very, very good. Very nice person. He's also the chief of the First Aid in Highlands. So he helped me a lot.
Right.
Before I got here, like he was my next door neighbor where I lived in Highlands, and came to my rescue a ton of times. When I was just going through a bad time. It was like before I got here, I was like, I don't know if I ever told this on your way, but I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. Like I would go to the hospital, get released, do good for like a week or two, but then trying to be a father, trying to be a wife, trying to do all this, like I would put me second. You know what I mean? And then I would end up right back in the hospital. It just became like an open-door cycle until like the last time that I was in the hospital was around Christmas time 2 years ago. He was like, you gotta go to nursing home. Very fine. He's like, you can't send you home like this. You can't keep going in and out. And that's what landed me in nursing home. But it took me almost a year.
Yeah.
To finally say, all right, I'll go. Because then I realized I couldn't do it all alone. I couldn't do what I used to be able to do.
Yeah.
And still to this day, sometimes I can't swallow that pill. You know what I mean? And it's like, it really drives me into like depression, so to speak. But the people I've met since I've been here, you, nurses, and really keep me out of that, and like really keep me focused on doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
And I have a lot of those people at my nursing home as well. Especially the assistant director of nursing. Shout out, Misty. I know you're watching this.
the people, I complain about the nursing home a lot, but there are some really, really, really good people here. You know what I mean? Like Tawana, what's her name here?
Yes, Tawana.
When I first got here, she helped me get my foot healed 110%. And the other big thing she did for me was when I was in the hospital for infections in and out, they had me on so many different pain medications, morphine, Deloy, Percocet. She got me off of them. And she's the one, and I thank her every day for that. That was one of the biggest things. I was in a cloud.
Yeah, you were.
Like in a
You
fog.
really were.
You know what I mean?
You would scare me when you were outside smoking. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I was in a cloud. It was bad. But like I'm glad she saw that and fixed that for me.
Yeah.
Helped me, got me clean, got me sober. Did I like it? No, I don't get it. It likes me
No way.
But I was in the right place to get through.
Yeah.
It
With the
wasn't-
right person.
Yes. And thank you again, Tawana.
Someone who genuinely cares.
Yeah. And she did. Like she took care of my foot when the infection was raging. Because I came in already having my toe amputated, but when I was going through infections here, I ended up losing my pinky toe.
Yeah, I remember. They told me you lost your leg, and I was so scared for you. When you came back, thank God, I was so happy you had your leg. I was like, oh my God, Tim, they told me you lost your leg. You're like, no, just my pinky toe.
Yeah, I got 3 toes left now. You know, those 2 piggies went to the farm and never came back. You know, I seen a tattoo guy put that on his foot. But like, she helped me so much with that. And like, you know, that cleared my mind up a lot. You know, like, you know, I started feeling better. You know, started putting this together. Started getting back into my hobby of cards a lot better. I just didn't feel like I was in a fog. You know, like I
And then when you saw me, noticing I wasn't in a funk, like, and realizing that I was doing things other than making dialysis 100% my life.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have to be. You can be you again. You can. You are still you.
Yeah. That was one of the biggest things, like I say all the time. It's like, you came in that room and then you just talked to me, and dialysis is just like, she's doing it. Holy shit. Oh gosh, I'm doing it.
And I was doing it because of Oakley.
Yeah, and you were happy. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It was like, you know, this is about me. When you would talk about Oakley, you could just tell, like, you know, like, and you gotta see this girl. You know what I mean? This girl looks just like her. Like, I swear to God, piece of cake. You know, sorry.
He said, Jewel.
Sorry, Jewel. I mean, but like, I secretly try to come out